Hello guys, Michaela here, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another speed build. Today we are building this very tiny jungle home in the world of Selvadorada, which I'm really excited about because I absolutely love this world and I haven't built here in a very long time. So I was really excited to do another build here, which is obviously a rental because we can't really build residential structures here, unfortunately. So before I go any further, the build comes in at 40,672 simoleons. I haven't tried how much it would be for like a rent if you go on a vacation with your Sims, but I don't think it's going to be very expensive. And it's on a 30 by 20 in Selvadorada, and it's a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom home. So technically it's like a one big space with only the bathroom separated from the rest of the space here, and I really like that because I wanted to keep the interior very connected with the outside and very open plan and kind of airy and nice. So I was really happy that I managed to fit everything I wanted to without the need for any dividers in the space. I also did kind of like a covered porch thing at the back of the house. So the front is like a normal open balcony porch thing, but the back is like covered with this like open roofing, and I also added plants onto it later on because I thought it was perfect for the jungle. Also, I'm sorry if you hear any noises, I'm sorry, but I have my window open in my bedroom because it's finally a nice weather and I can have my balcony door completely open, so you can probably hear, or maybe you can hear some like noises from the outside, like the birds or the cars. So I'm sorry about that. I'll try to edit any like big noises out, but I'm sorry if you can hear it. You probably can't because I never can when people say it in their speed builds, but I thought it would be a good thing to say just in case. So I went with a very dark color scheme here, and I really like the way this dark green looks. I wasn't sure if I liked it and if it didn't really like blend in with the jungle too much, but I feel like the jungle itself, or the plants that come with this pack, are a bit more bright green if you think about it. So I felt like this dark color is going to contrast quite well against it really. Yeah, so now we are working on the roof, and I decided to put a skylight here because I thought it was perfect, and because I didn't really include any windows on the side of the house, there are only like these, I don't really know how to call them, like the textured like windows or murals. Yeah, I have no clue how to call it, but because there are no like proper windows from the side, I thought I would add a different source of light to the interior, which is this little skylight, and I love how it looks in the screenshots because it looks really really nice with the sunlight coming down into the space. I also added a lot of landscaping here, so I filled pretty much the entire lot with landscaping and some other things. I also added, I think, sunbeds. I added fire pits with some seating, and I believe an onsen, which I know is a little bit weird, but I didn't want to add a pool, and I thought an onsen would look more natural than a pool or a pond, and you can use the onsen, you know, if you're here on vacation. So yeah, I used mostly the landscaping that comes with Jungle Adventure because I wanted the landscaping to fit in with the rest of the world, and I really like the way it turned out. I'm just really in love with this build, if you can't tell. So I had an inspiration for this actually, and that was a build that I believe Hey Harry shared for one of her CC packs. I'm not fully sure which one it was, but I saw it on Instagram or Twitter, I'm not really sure where, but on some of the social medias that I am on, and I was in love with the build. I initially wanted to create something very similar, but I didn't really like the shape, so I decided to go with something a little bit more simple, and I absolutely love the result. So I used the flooring from Jungle Adventure, and I used a lot of the like middle brown color on the furniture, and I think it looks just gorgeous. It looks really nice with the nature around. So now I added the sunbeds and the fire pit. Obviously I added the bigger one, so you can't really like the chairs are not functional with the pit, so it's just that you can sit around the fire and stuff like that, but I thought it looked really nice. And yeah, so I also took some trees and I added them with tool mods. I placed them outside the lot, so if I download the build, they're not going to be there unfortunately, which kind of sucks, but I wanted to make the surrounding of the lot a bit more jungly, if you will. I wanted to add a bit more like landscaping and trees, so to make it feel a bit more wild. I think. Yeah. Now we are still working on the landscaping, just adding some bits here and there. I think we're going to move on to the porch after this. I also added this like space here, but I think I kept it, but I'm not sure how functional it is, so since it's under the tree. But I thought it would be cool, like having a seating under like the tree, Yeah. Now we are just adding lights around the house so we don't have complete darkness when your Sims come. And I think we're going to move on to the porch area after we finish this. Could be wrong though, but I think we are. Yeah, just adding lights here and there. I added a lot of like lanterns and like standing lights because I thought it looked like really nice, and I didn't really have places to hang lights to. I also added the string lights from the Toddler pack to the porch because again I wanted to I don't know, it felt nice, you know, when you come here on vacation and you have like the string lights there on the outside, just felt cool. So now we are working on the exterior. There's plenty of seating space here, so you could also have like friends over. If you're like a large group, maybe you like live in different rentals, you could have food here because there is in total, I believe it's 4, 2, that's 6, and I think 5, so I think 11 places to sit at in the whole house, which I think is really nice. Obviously if you're here with only 2 Sims, they can just choose whether they want to sit here on the porch or on the front porch or on the inside. I shoved the table on the inside a little bit into the cabinets that I use, not cabinets, counters that I use, and I'm not sure if they're fully functional, but hopefully they are. I don't know, but there is, as I said, plenty of space to sit, so even if that wasn't functional, you can just get your Sims to eat outside instead, which I think is really cool. As I said at the beginning, I haven't built in Jungle Adventure World Selvadorada in a very, very long time, and I was really excited to do another build here because I've been building a lot of I don't know, like very different houses, and I wanted to again experiment with a style that I haven't done in a while, and I really, really love how this one turned out. It's just again very different from what I did before. This is like more modern but like eclectic kind of thing, I'd say, and more like worn down, and I really, really love the result. Now we're working on the front porch, which I absolutely adore. I think it's one of my favorite areas of the house because it's just so full of plants, and there's just so much space to relax at. There is a table for 4, there is a chair as well if you want to maybe read out here. That'll be just, I mean, that would be perfect, just sitting here and reading. I would love that. Yeah. And I think I'm also going to add like I added a couple of poofs so you can just lay here as well on the floor maybe, or sit. I mean, obviously the Sims can sit, but it would be nice if you could like lay with them. If you could like get them to lay on those pillows from the Toddler pack and they could just watch the stars. That'd be really cool. And I'm also adding some decorations on the table, and then we're going to move on to the interior of the house, I believe. Again, as I already said before, I went with the color scheme that is like very mid brown, and I also added like a hint of, I believe, yellow. Oh yeah, I know, because I got inspired by the counters that we got from Jungle Adventure, and they have yellow like countertops, and I was really excited about about the way they looked inside this space with the green, and that's why I decided to went for that color scheme. And there is a little bathroom in here as well. I initially wanted to make the shower outside and only have like the sink and the toilet in here, but then I decided it was not going to look good, so I went with the normal layout instead. So I have both the shower, the toilet, and the sink in that little bathroom, and I was able to fit everything in, so I'm really happy about that. I didn't want it to make the kitchen like too small, so I felt like the L shape was too little, so I added like an island. It's not completely an island because you can't really sit with the bar stool in it, but it's like a detached from the main area, so I feel like I could call it an island. Yeah, I think I can get away with that. Anyway, just adding some decorations. I wanted to keep the clutter not to a minimum because I can't do that, but I wanted to add like a reasonable amount of clutter, because you have to think about the fact that it's a rental and nobody really lives here, so you can't really have any like personalized clutter like pictures or books, stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I kept the clutter to like a reasonable amount, I'd say. So we have some like decorations up here, which again I thought were very like generic and something you maybe could get in a rental. I also added some like plants, some fruits maybe that the people that own this rental left there for the tenants. And yeah, I really like I think the decorations that I use, because they're minimal but nice. I think, like as I said, a reasonable amount. And I also left this book open here, which I thought would be perfect as like a welcome book, so you could write down your review when you'd leave the house at the end of your vacation, which obviously isn't a thing in The Sims, but it's a thing in real life. And I thought it was a really nice detail that kind of brings in the reality. I wanted to make sure that the bed was accessible from both sides, so that's why I did not shove it against the wall as I intended at first, but I left space. I think your Sims should be able to get there. I haven't playtested it because I never playtested my builds, but I think it should work because there shouldn't be any problem really. And on the other side, I used one of these tables, bedside tables from City Living that I've been really obsessed with lately, and I think it looks really nice here as like a travel theme as it's a rental. And I also used this couch from Eco Lifestyle that I also used in my last build, and I thought it would look like really nice. I had a hard time finding a couch that would fit with the vibe of the house, so that's why I decided to go with this one from Eco Lifestyle. I also added some decorations to the TV unit here. I initially didn't want to add a TV because I felt like in this area you don't really need a TV, but then I decided I'd put it here because it's just I had the space for it, so I went with it. And I really like how the living room turned out. I added a little bit of a green, like different shade of green here, because I don't know what to I don't know what color to give to the rug, and I felt like the green was kind of a nice touch with the plants and everything. And I think we're going to do the bathroom, and it's going to be it for the speed build. So if you want to download this build, it's available in my gallery. My ID is michaelasimsyt, or you can grab the tray files in the description box below on my Ko-fi page. If you liked the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!